What's up, everybody? It's your MAN, Darius J.
It's your boy Monty the Don.
And your boy Chris, aka Maximilian, and I'd like to welcome y'all to another episode of the Men's Department.
Yo, 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 yo!
Word.
You know what I'm saying? We in here on the drinking a paper box. You know what I'm saying? As we sip this sip and talk this talk, grab your glass or your paper box as we beatbox our way through these topics.
Now, so we're gonna start off talking about.
way too much.
We're gonna start off talking about everybody's favorite uncle.
Big
bruh.
Shay.
Oopsie Doopsie, Straw Hat Luffy,
Jordan's on
Uncle Goofy,
with the basic.
Lakers and Pie.
Yeah, bro. Red table, blue table, no table. Lakers and Pie.
I can't. Alright.
Little girl, baby girl, white girl. Lakers and Pie.
Sounds like white girls is all he deals with. Just from what my research has suggested
You know what I'm saying?
that he is a preferrer of the snow bunny.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, he
so
want that he like that snow action, even if he got pee on it.
Which? Whoa! Wow. Okay. That was.
So we don't want to start with some. I could give out like just some general facts about what's going on with
Go
them.
for it.
All right. So according to my apparent research, Shannon Sharp, as it's been made public, he is now being sued for $50 million
Yeah.
by Gabriela Zuniga, someone who has claimed sexual assault. So there are a lot of extremely interesting aspects that have to do with this case. First, I would say is that the person representing Gabriela Zuniga, Tony Busby, who is literally known for going after black athletes and entertainers.
Yeah.
So what Shannon Sharp said, which was smart that he only referenced Jay-Z,
Yeah.
because he did go after Jay-Z through, one of his clients,
Yeah.
and accused him of sexually assaulting like a 13-year-old. That case was withdrawn. Now, the other two people that he didn't mention is P. Diddy.
Yeah.
A case was put on him, although that one was withdrawn too, but unfortunately with everything going on with P. Diddy and his scandals, at this point I'm pretty sure anybody would potentially believe that. But the other person I think of note that he represented a number of people on is Deshaun Watson,
Oh man.
who had nearly
Captain
30
Spank Bank.
women accuse him of sexual assault. Apparently, Tony Busby represented 24 of them. 20 of them settled. So that's like, he's been around the block in this area, but this is also clearly the only type of approach he does.
Yeah, that's all he do. This he an ambulance chaser.
Yeah.
And therefore, why I just say, hey man, it's too many receipts out there for to get caught up in that, because they clearly been assaulting, texting each other, and in contact with each other.
You feel me?
Oh, you just need to stay out them little babies DMs, bro.
That part, bro.
So
get you. You old enough. You know what I'm saying? When you should have listened to Monique. You should have listened to Cat Williams. They were trying.
They was trying to told you.
yeah.
But you didn't listen. Now you're out here. You got a little basic little white girl hemming you up. She ain't even like an elite body wise and face wise. She's just a regular basic girl you get from IHOP. Cause now she's shaking you down.
It's hilarious. Did you say
Yeah. She an IHOP waitress, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you let her shake you down for 50 M's, bro.
I don't know why y'all acting like that one.
Let me
funny,
tell you,
bro.
it is what it is. And just like now, the lesson you finna learn now is they stay in your age range and come back to black, bro.
Nah, so okay.
Stay in your age range. Let's start there.
Yeah, let's start there. Like that. How old that little baby is?
She's
20 something now.
She's 20. Yeah, she's like 22 now. But
22.
They met in 2023. At the time,
Big aunt.
she was 19.
Big aunt.
He
How
ran
you
up
mean
on
a
her.
19-year-old? I haven't met a 19-year-old since I was 19, my nigga.
You feel what I'm trying to say?
You know what I'm saying?
So-
It's like, like what you doing? How do you meet a 19?
He pulled up on her apparently at the local gym. Like he was at the LA Fit, saw Shorty working out, and according to articles, he was particularly aggressive, even to the point where I think he figured out that she was working out for like an amateur at the time or some type of bodybuilding fitness competition. He apparently, word on the street is he offered to buy her boob job if she won. She was not, bruh. The dust hasn't even collected on her high school diploma,
bro.
And he ran up on her with that energy.
I'm literally just curious.
I just want, and see, I'm mad at you, but not mad at you. I'm not curious. I'm curious, bro. How?
What's the curiosity?
So this idea of older men going for younger women is not new.
Right.
By any means.
Right.
But I have yet to find a good enough reason to justify how somebody 50 plus can find any sort of attraction to somebody that can't even buy liquor.
So, you want to hear something interesting?
I am all ears.
So, it's not interesting in terms of being interesting, but it is. Darius called this out like 2 years ago, dog.
Am I?
Nostradamus? You nigga-damus. You reincarnated.
Nostradamus!
So, it was funny because we had, I had like a flashback to this episode. We were talking about the rise recently with teachers who've been sleeping with high schoolers in statutory rape. And you made a reference that you were like, they experienced something in that time frame of their life that they never grew from.
Yeah.
So then when they became teachers and were in that situation, they functioned as almost as if they were trying to like live up to something or like whatever the case is.
Yeah.
And I was just like, curiosity, this is not it. This is just for conversation. But do you think that Unc might be experiencing something like that? Because he is notorious for messing with these younger women.
Oh man, so Unc like can't get right from life, bro. But except he can never get his white girl. Then
his white girl got away.
Out there, he got away. So he was just like, bro, I'm gonna circle back at the LA Fitness, bro. I see my little snow butt.
Which, side note, soon as you said LA Fitness, I was like, oh.
I don't know if it was LA Fitness. I was just on smack.
Okay, I'm like,
That's what I said too. I said when I said LA Fitness,
that was me putting sauce on it. That was me putting sauce on it.
He probably said the one in Atlanta Station, bro. Oh, that's a breeding ground for for pure debauchery.
Don't nobody end up being there working out for real.
No,
bro, nobody
there with that mirror, with the window John to look in. They go in there and put on the show.
Bro,
they work out at home.
I'm gonna tell you the real life experience at that gym. That's the reason I canceled my membership with the LA Fitness when I first moved back to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, LA
I walked
Fitness.
Sorry, LA Fitness.
No, ain't no sorry. Do better.
But y'all need some security in that LA Fitness in the one in Atlanta Station. Boy, they need some serious. Cause I walked in there, bro. I was going to stage, little scene room songs, you know what I'm saying? And I was walking in there. Dude was beating another dude's meat in there.
Ain't no way.
And I was just
ain't no goddamn way.
And I said, hey, my brother, is that really called for in this facility?
Right now? In the steam room?
Right now, bro.
Like, dog, it's too hot for that.
Hey, bro. But he was using the sweat.
Nah, dog.
And I was
Ain't no goddamn way.
Bro, I ain't never, bro. I'm talking about I stood there and the door just shut, and I was like, for real, bro.
Like, and both their heads just popped up at you.
Just like, nah, ain't no old snap. You peoples is nasty. You need Jesus.
Golly, or at least a hotel room, my God.
That was like
21 is literally like half a block away.
I was about to say the W was across the street.
Across the street, bro. You know what I'm saying? But they was just like, nah, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. Is like, hey,
I couldn't sit in the car and do that, John.
Or something.
God, to come into the goddamn sauna.
Anything. And now I was just can't use the sauna no more.
Can't use the sauna.
I couldn't use that sauna.
I don't trust it. It's like, bro, if y'all doing that, bro, it's like
this lets me know.
If I bring an ultraviolet light in here, I'm just gonna light up like the stars in the sky. It's like
turn into a white room.
Exactly. Be like, oh! Bro, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Watch yourself, you know what I'm saying? Especially they don't need no germicide or stuff like that. They land station. You don't sound in there, you don't sound like another man's juice.
So another thing to note that this woman is obviously based on their name is not the same woman that got caught jumping on IG Live with while he putting in that intimate work.
Yeah.
So what is interesting to find out is that apparently Miss Zuniga was under the expectation that they were exclusive. So when
exclusive with a teenager.
So she was under the expectation that she was exclusive with yeah. And she found out along with the rest of us that be doing his part.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That apparently caused a rift in their at the time relationship, whatever the nature of that
25K each cheap. So if you got them cakes, you can get paid.
Yeah. Apparently.
Damn.
According to Mace, what I'm gonna do with a cheat.
I'm gonna do with a cheat,
I'm
bro.
going with that.
Hey, but you know what you can do with 25K? Get some beatbox.
That's funny.
I'm clipping that. I'm clipping that.
And we're sending that straight to them.
I'm tagging beatbox with that.
Scandal is brought to you by Beatbox. If you want the juice and you want to get loose to beat some box, get Beatbox.
Oh, gosh! Beatbox about to change their name.
I apologize in advance.
No, we don't.
I stand on what I stand on. You know what I'm saying?
That
and
was
all the
awesome.
People but you know what? Fenton did shout my podcast out at church in front of everybody.
No, he did not.
Yeah. Oh, you was in church.
I was in church. No.
Like, yeah, he has an awesome podcast. I was like,
and this
and then Liz came and ran to me. She said, don't tell nobody about that. It's over with.
Oh my God.
They're going to love us.
Brought to you.
I don't know which one.
Communion brought to you by Beatbox. Praise the Lord and get loose with the juice.
Hey,
Beatbox.
Jesus turned water to wine.
Beatbox.
He turned water to wine. Since he is not here, we have Beatbox. So,
Beatbox.
You know
I can't, bro. When did he do that?
I don't know.
Well, what's his name? I'm gonna tag him on the next post.
When they talked about when I did my membership. So that was a week ago.
Oh, Jesus.
Right. Make sure to tag him on this next post.
Because I'm like,
Amen. Praise the Lord.
Amen.
Chris gonna come back to the body and they ain't gonna be seen the same.
Oh, I don't care about that.
Oh, me neither.
By no means.
A real one, bro.
Because there's folks that have already listened to it.
Because they know I'm real ignorant.
Because I'm telling you, I already
Amongst
talked.
other things.
I already talked to one brother, and like when I gave him some episodes to listen to, and he asked me specifically,
Right.
can my kids or no, he said, can me and my wife listen to this? Absolutely,
You can.
you absolutely can.
Yeah.
He comes back to me the next day, saying, "Hey, brother, just some feedback. You said that I could listen to this with my kids in the car." I was like, no.
Okay, first off, screenshot.
First off,
No.
this is not what was
Send this
said.
back.
Oh, well, let me put a disclaimer out in this episode. Hey, if you got kids, better not bring your kids.
Fact. These are very adult conversations.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
an adult conversation. Your children ain't got no reason to be listening to this
Your
because they don't know
children
nothing about
ain't
life.
got no reason to be listening to this.
I'm
Hey.
pretty certain I put like an age requirement on the videos that I post on YouTube for this. So I'm like, bro, this is not
This ain't for
really
kids.
This is
This is for
13.
Like, there are some things that we talk about that we feel like
anybody can listen.
can
Anybody.
pertain
Yeah,
to
yeah.
the younger generation
You
as
know
far as
what
like
I'm saying?
advice and
Yeah.
stuff like
You know
that.
what I'm
Yeah, but younger
overall-
generation is not the child generation. Get your life together.
That part.
Yeah.
Overall
See,
topics.
See now,
That's bad
if you got parenting to the extent that I have parenting, well, my mom was allowing me to watch whatever she watched. Then that's hood mentality. So I was like,
then
you know what I'm saying?
what's up?
See somebody going to bed and like on Boomerang, like he getting some bun, bro. You know what I'm saying? And not have it explained to me. It was like, oh, so when you take a girl to bed, you get on top of her and go ooh ah. And then let that happen, you know what I'm saying? Brought to you by Big Busters.
Box was gonna send us a cease and desist. They might send us a case.
They might send us a check.
And a check.
Yeah.
You feel me? They be like, bro,
whatever y'all doing,
whatever y'all doing,
do it
Keep
again.
doing it.
keep doing it, bro.
Keep doing what you doing.
Keep doing what you're doing. We flying off the shells, bro.
No, but straight up though, we need to
Yeah, all that.
You know what I'm saying?
So-
So,
Oh yeah. So
Big Box got my eyeballs numb.
can't feel your face.
Can't feel my eyeballs, bro.
That's a specific thing.
That's
to
crazy.
It's
Have
like,
sensation in.
my eyeballs have been like sectioned off.
They feel like they're glowing because you can't feel them.
Yeah,
right?
bro, it's like I can see in 6D.
Boy said he can see sounds.
Bro,
That's
I can,
not how that's
bro,
supposed
I
to
can
work.
see, I can see the cells of molecules.
That boy can see sounds and he can see sounds and hear colors.
You know what it sound like? Yeah.
Right, I don't drink a lot anymore.
I know.
what I'm
Love
saying?
that
It's
for
just
you.
like now. It's just like when I drink alcohol, I get the experience. Like people don't never get the experience because I have an adult mind. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm just like, bro, I'm just enjoying the moment, bro.
Just enjoy the moment, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm just enjoying my time. Because the thing of it is, just like if you know anything about me, and this is a little tidbit. I am who I am with alcohol and without it.
Facts.
That is a fact.
That is-
You know what I'm saying? Because if you think the alcohol making me act like this,
No, stop.
you don't know me.
Yeah,
You know
like
what I'm saying?
honestly, half the times that he's that crazy on this podcast, he was 100% sober.
Sober, bro. That's what I be trying to tell people. People like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? The alcohol is making you act like, bro.
It's like,
It's not.
it's like he low key don't.
I
drink
actually
at all.
don't need this. I got alcohol that's in my house that's been here forever.
Yeah, like honestly, you literally out of the
Also,
three of us, when we're drinking, you drink the least.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but when I come back home, I need that moonshine again because I'm trying to get that mango moonshine.
Oh,
again.
it's up. Yeah,
He's gonna be down there in the dust.
Yeah, we gonna need three of them.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah,
That's right. That's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna call Kills. You know what I'm saying?
Alright. Anyway, you were saying, sir?
Three of them.
Yeah.
So, additionally, what I did find interesting, I do believe his relationship did have references to foul play before September, but
From him or her?
from her. Now that everything is up,
Yeah.
I think there have been references to foul play before they like broke up during that September situation, but the allegations have more so pertained to what it seems like after the relationship, which is late 2024 and is recent as January of 2025. So that is also a thing to kind of keep in mind, and I think part of the reason why Shannon Sharp's legal team made a point to expose her identity, because originally she filed under Jane Doe.
Yeah.
They exposed her identity, I think, for one main reason, because she is also an OnlyFans girl.
Oh man.
Yes, you can see.
You doing strange things for change, little lady.
It for about the cost of a 10-piece lemon pepper wet off of American Deli.
Oh man.
You might be able to see something.
Yeah, you might be
on a monthly basis.
See, little girl, you see, and see, Shannon, this is another reason you don't need to be messing with these little guys. You don't never know what they got going on. And see, you know what I'm saying?
Pretty sure she had that going on.
Yeah, because he like to get his gooch ate out. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, because he did say that in the text message, bro.
That he put out there.
His legal team put out there.
That was insane. That was a wild move, boy.
This is the current event.
I know why he did it, but that was a wild move.
I understand why you wear them tight pants now, because you like to get your gooch ate out. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, you know what I'm saying? Praise God be the glory. You know what I'm saying?
She said she was gonna lick that dookie ring and get a ring.
But get that dookie ring and get a ring. That need to be a t-shirt for somebody. Not me.
Apparently for Uncle.
We're going to sell t-shirts with your name on Shay Dookie Ring. You know what I'm saying?
That's the back entrance to the club.
Exactly. Hey. Get some of that exit. Beatbox. Stop it. Oh no!
I'm gonna cut every single moment you say beatbox. I'm gonna put it just in
make it
one
a compilation, bro. Just make it a compilation. I swear.
Oh gosh!
Beatbox. You know what I'm saying?
Oh jeez, Louise.
Yo, bro, that's crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? But like, Aunt need to chill out on that. He need, cause you get into the age where you know what I'm saying. This stuff happening to you too frequently. You need to either get your phone taken away from you because you don't know how to operate it correctly.
Let's start there.
You know what I'm saying? Because and B, you know what I'm saying. Just at your age, you are old dude now. Get you some. If you 50, go to 40. You know what I'm saying? Get a decade behind, but not 4 decades, not 2 decades, not 3 decades behind. Because right now, you messing with them little young tenders, and they ain't out here with the same thing. See, they got, you know what I'm saying, a different agenda. See, you get somebody that around you, they got a little bit more seasoned, they can help you elevate. But now you got here dealing with basically children, bro. You are too far removed from that age that even to be dealing with them.
Bro.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you ain't gotta be looking at these little young girls because you think they still got it all together. Because as quiet as kept. Some of these like 40s, 50s nowadays looking like they in their 30s.
But that's what I'm talking about. Like, you know what I'm saying?
30s
get some season.
Like, even if you wanted to go down to
that's what I'm saying.
Who's in their 30s?
Get some Lawry's cooter. You know what I'm saying? Some seasoned salt cooter. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, gosh.
No. Beatbox. Out my teeth. God. You know what I'm saying?
All that. Yeah. Nah, like, so Mace called him out and he was just like, yo, I don't need to chill.
He need to chill, bro.
He was like,
he need to detox from the internet.
He do, bro.
He really do.
But be off the internet.
So
you making Glenville, Georgia look bad.
So Mace was talking about, he's like, yo, if you mess with, like, her race has been very much so assumed to be white. I don't actually know.
Yeah, we don't know because her last name don't sound white, sound like zesty white.
But we know she's not black because in her text messages, she apparently
big black baby.
Put a big black baby in me, and that's just not.
black.
That
That's
sounds
not-
like a fetish.
That's not
That
dirty
sound like
talk
a
that
fetish.
a black woman would say. Yes, that
sound
sounds like
some cuckold stuff.
that sounds like somebody who fetishizes black men.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that is very suggestive in that regard. But what Mace argued, he was just like, dog, if you messing with white girls, you gotta mess with them to marry them
Yeah.
because they play a different game.
Play a different
He was
game.
like, he
See, you used to
suggested,
X's and
he
O's. They
suggested-
placed the ones and zeros.
right? He suggested that you mess with somebody who's not black, you wind up in a situation in which you are in, which is being sued for sexual assault, something
Yeah.
that normally you wouldn't find yourself in that situation with a black woman. Of course, if it happened, you would need to be. But if you weren't, where white women have been notorious to lie on black men with sexual advances, Emmett Till. But like
Facts.
when you have that kind of understanding, it's like, well, white women, she may call the cops on her boyfriend and whoopie whoop.
Yeah.
It's different when you're a white man. It's different than
Yeah.
when you're Jonathan Majors.
But
So-
when you as dark as the night is black, you in a different kind of situation, my brother. You forget that you playing a game
It
They
becomes
set
a
up-
very different game.
that's set up for you to fail.
Very
You know what I'm
interesting.
saying? And the thing of it is, you have to play this game smart. You have to know that there's a target on your back. Sometimes we get in positions and places where we forget that there's targets on our back.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to get in those positions and learn. You know what I'm saying? Now, I hope you learn from this latest thing.
You would hope. You just went live on IG, bro.
Just
Like that
went
just
live
happened.
On IG, talking about Michelle, you trying to talk her through getting
When that was
yeah,
that wasn't even a mistake. He did that on purpose.
Yeah, he did that on purpose. I tell people, I die on that hill to the day. Yeah, that was on purpose.
And absolutely, what? Because
He was trying to get good marketing. He was still represented by. He was still
Nah,
working at Fox.
some people some people call them zested from, you know what I'm saying, something out.
Okay, no, that's a fact. Yeah,
Not-
because they
not
got
even- not even
insurance
just
and
that.
out the car.
Bro, he did a little zesty.
You know what I'm saying?
Not even just that, bro.
Where his
I was
knees
like,
go.
bro, soon after you
I was
putting
like,
on
Club
ads for
Shay
like
Shay,
Rose Parks and all this, like, other
Bro,
things.
because that's what I'm saying. As soon as that came out, he was like, that Rose Falls.
Have your ears hard. Have your nose
Exactly,
hard.
everything. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? It's just like, man, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Now-
One thing I used to tell people, hey, man, watch out for what people be selling y'all. They got y'all on these draft picks and these dick pills. Y'all need to be worried about that because, you know what I'm saying, they sell y'all stuff for distractions. Get yourself off them dick pills and them draft picks and them that gambling. But gambling and dick goes hand in hand. You know what I'm saying?
No pun intended.
Yeah,
No pun
that's
intended,
a
but
heavy-
it's-
that's a crazy pun, bro.
That's-
But the same thing, you know what I'm saying? Because the thing of it is, well, that's what they use you to over sexualize you and overspend you.
Absolutely,
what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Because a lot of times, a lot of
the game is
people.
being kicked at.
I understand the game is being played on you, not kicked to
You
you.
know what I'm saying?
Played on you.
Well, if you
know what
picking
I'm
it
saying?
up, then
Because a
shit.
lot of times, guess what? We the people that spend the trillions on things.
Oh no, we are.
And you know what I'm saying?
It's
So
not even
therefore,
half
they be
time.
like,
We are.
when I need your dollars to go somewhere, they pull you in that direction. Black men, we need to tighten our visions up so we can see what need to be seen. You know what I'm saying? Tie yourself into your community and stop trying to tie yourself into everything they're trying to lead you to. Because they're like Shay Shay and all those stuff like that, they get drawn in, they get to a certain upper echelon and forget that they are still a part of the game. You ain't outside of this game. You're a part of it. Play your part. Play smart.
You know what I mean? So, even more.
Beatbox! I can't.
Oh,
I don't
God.
know why. This Chris fault, by the way.
He did. He
Because
did bring it in.
He came in with a sack of beats. He was like Zaytoven. You know what I'm saying?
I was over here chilling too.
Not
Right?
Beethoven.
Yeah, he like Zaytoven. He brought them beats to the studio
Mm-hmm.
and allowed us to part. He actually withheld them first because he was just over here
He did.
just partaking by himself.
Because I would think you still don't like the 75 hard.
I ain't no 75 hard, but I don't had many sicknesses. Don't almost died from the flu. Had like
You
105 temperature.
You have.
You know what I'm saying? I gave up on a lot of things, and then the Lord, it was like, hey man, let me reveal something to you, my son. And he was just like, yo, you weak in the faith, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Take
You need
this
to get,
bottle of whiskey.
you need to get right. Take this, take this Bible and walketh the walk and talketh the talk.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? And then I went on my journey. Then I ended up at the Stone of Corners. You know what I'm saying? And
Also
then,
known as the package store.
you know what I'm saying? I can't. Oh, boy, I couldn't have said that or did that better myself. That was some hardcore ladonich right
I
there.
was saying, the timing, the delivery was just chef's kiss.
Kiss,
do what I
bro.
can,
Oh
man.
my God, bro. Jesus Christ. That was magnificent, bro.
Oh, you meant Cornerstone.
Cornerstone, not corner store.
I legit did not make that connection.
Boy.
Take the hat off. I'm hot.
Sorry. I'm clearly not welcome at Cornerstone.
No, I want to say for that reason you are.
Yeah, they gonna be like, yeah, we need to dip him back in the water.
Released. Just, oh God.
I'm about to say, look, bruh. Contrary to popular belief, bro, from conversations I've had with some folks, like, they ain't too far from how we act.
Oh, they lit up in there.
But the thing that is, just like, and that's what I appreciate. I appreciate like people breaking free of their chains and allowing themselves to be people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that's like I tell people,
Often enough.
I'm one of them people, but I'm not like one of them people. I'm gonna enjoy myself. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when you feel love, you enjoy yourself.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why we can come in this room, get on these mics, and act the way we act.
That is a fact.
Because we enjoy ourselves, we enjoy each other, we enjoy the time that we give each other and stuff like
sure.
that. And we be on that beatbox.
I knew it. I felt it in my bones.
That was stupid.
But that's the thing though, is like when it comes to that type of topic, like spiritually or anything like that, like people want to talk with people that they feel like they can relate to.
Seriously.
Because when it comes, because when it comes to your spirituality, it's like, yes, we all love God, we love the Lord, we try to walk our walk as best as we can, but that does not mean that we have to kill our personality.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that's what's been marketed to a lot of people. Is like this idea that if you have not presented yourself as holier than thou, then you are not in a place, to be able to share this type of information. And even those people, like, who are out there, there are pastors out there, some we know of, and some we don't, but who they go out of their way to ultimately try to hide the shadows in their lives. And it kills. It's like sometimes these are some of the most powerful stories that they can share.
Yeah.
Bruh.
That can give glory to God, but they refuse to because they don't want to be seen in a certain light. They gotta be perfect.
I've had somebody tell me specifically, they were recently baptized. I think it's only been like a few months in.
Mm-hmm.
They literally told me, it was like, bruh, if you hadn't been a part of our studies,
It wouldn't happen.
I don't think I'd have made it.
That's
that's right.
Because I'm like, because they say it's like you made it relatable.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like, I'm not coming to these studies like I'm perfect or anything like that. Like,
Thus saith the Lord.
I'm still very much so flawed
Yeah.
in many ways, but
Exactly.
I'm sharing with you my flaws and how God has like redeemed that.
But that's the beauty of it. You know what I'm
Correct.
saying? That's the beauty of it because that's the thing that God intended on us to show that we are cricket sticks.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Seriously.
It's not. It ain't no straight path to the path.
Because I would dare say
Which
this.
is insane, but that's so real.
I would dare say this. A healthy church is not one where everyone looks the same.
Fact.
That's a fact.
Oh my
A-
God.
To be completely honest, and this may be lack of a better term, a healthy church is low key kind of a chaotic one.
Because
Yeah.
the thing of it is,
But that's the point.
That's the point. You
It's
know
like
what I'm saying?
we are still people.
We're a trauma unit. It's like we here to put back together things that are broken, and the only way you know how to do that, you know what I'm saying, is you've been broken as well.
Yeah. And,
You know what I'm saying?
and you have to be honest and authentic
Yeah.
about the fact that you were there.
Yeah, that's
Like,
a fact.
even the people who are helping those trying to get their lives together spiritually,
Yeah,
they're broken too. That's
yeah,
why
and
we're
see,
here.
that's the thing.
It's
that it
not
is.
I'm better than you because I'm in a place where I'm teaching and guiding you.
Yeah,
teaching and guiding you is literally telling you the things that I have learned along the way.
well, the things the things that I'm learning is the things I'm actually working through right at this moment.
Like
Right.
at this
Like right
very
now.
moment.
Yes.
Yes.
And see,
Okay.
that's what a lot of people don't understand. The thing about this walk, it's just like we try to glean perfection. You know what I'm saying? That's what we want to throw out there. The thing that is, when I'm learning, and I've been learning through my journey, through the walk, through the scriptures and stuff like that, bro. It's about the journey. We
Always has been.
We try to show people the destination. It's about the journey. The journey is what's going to save people. To walk in that path and up the ups and the downs, the ebbs and the flows. It's the thing that's going to make this thing real and resonate with the people that need it, that God needed to touch. The thing of it is, if you want to act on perfection, you're going to run more people away, because the thing of it is, we have had many people show us perfection and we end up seeing them flawed, and they be like telling us about their flaws, and then we like, what? But you still act like it was perfect the whole time. You know what I'm saying?
The reason why is because people who operate in this air of presented perfection are the same people who get put on a pedestal.
Yep.
So when you finally, and it's a matter of time,
Yeah, always.
when you finally get exposed for not being perfect, you crushed so many people's faith.
Yeah.
Because you were perfect, they found themselves too busy following you
Yeah.
and not following God.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. Because the thing that is idolatry is a real thing. And
Yes.
that's
And- oh
always,
my gosh.
because even just like if you look at it through the whole Israelite journey,
Yeah.
they kept
That's
battling
all
with
they
idolatry.
were.
All they kept battling with was idolatry. What was
Yeah.
in their face. You know what I'm saying? But the thing that was unseen was the thing they was more challenged with.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what, like, even when in Hebrews it say, hey man, you know what I'm saying, have faith in the things unseen. You know what I'm saying? Not in the things that see, because we can't see God. We can't
Right.
see Jesus.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we do know that we have this symbiotic relationship with the Holy Spirit that guides us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That we have to continually tap in and continually remember, because it's easy to forget because you don't see it, feel it, touch it, or smell it. You have bouts with the feeling every once in a while, but the thing of it is, that thing that make it tangible, that we like to tie into a lot of times in our carnal lives, is the tangibility.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying?
It
And
really
that-
draws people in.
And guess what? Every time the Israelites struggled with something, they created something tangible.
Yep.
Just like they go to calf. You know what I'm saying? Anything that they could do, they'd be like, oh, we could touch it, we could smell it.
That's why the whole like that's why I like Judges is an entire book in
Oh
itself.
my gosh, that was horrible.
Because I'm like
Not a horrible
they
book.
kept saying it's like,
A
oh, we
horrible
want a
experience.
king, we want this and the third.
Exactly.
All right,
Like,
cool.
but I'm
I'm
God, bro.
gonna-
That's
like-
good enough.
So
I'm the I am.
I'm gonna keep sending you these people that y'all will listen to for a little bit.
And then
That's
they
gonna
ain't enough.
rescue you out of your nonsense,
And then they ain't enough.
and then you go right back to doing.
You come
stupid.
right
got-
back to me, and I have to correct the foolishness
So,
that you bought
so you
into.
know what's crazy? It's like God gave the Israelites a situation where they were like nobody else. And the only thing they craved was to look like
Everybody else.
Saul doesn't become
I'm gonna pick
king.
the camera up and throw it out the window.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a hard bar, cuz.
Yeah, like Saul doesn't become king if the Israelites focus on God. Because they're like, oh, well, other kingdoms have a king to rule them.
We want a king too.
We want one too,
And y'all like over here, like, bro, like, do you not realize I am here?
I'm the king of all, bruh.
Right. Like of like literally everything. You have me, and you are specifically out of everybody else, you are specifically my people.
Yeah.
But you want what
Everybody
other people
else
have?
got. You know what I'm saying? You want a dude, but I'm the him.
And then, sheesh. So they gave him Saul.
Yeah. Another dude.
You know what I'm saying? He
Crazy
gave him a
work.
little bit of the Holy Spirit upon him so he can prophecy with a couple people. And then it wasn't very long before he was acting in his own interest. Like, bro, like Saul, I was reading his story recently. Bro ruled for like 40-something years.
Yeah, a good minute.
Good minute.
You know what I'm saying? And still, after 40-something years of ruling, still did not really trust God.
God, bro.
Yeah, he gave you
taught you.
instructions.
Yeah, I gave you literal instructions. He said, hey, kill everything, don't take nothing, and leave
Don't
all that
take
stuff alone.
nothing.
And it wasn't
And
even
guess
just
what?
that. Like there were multiple times along the way where it's just like, bro, you
Boy,
act on your own, bro.
Saul was managed, bro. He was managed. He tapped into that corner a lot. He was just like, bro, I'm Big Saul.
That's literally what he thought.
And he was like, God, I'm afraid of what the people think instead of what you think.
Way more.
That's
Ooh.
crazy work, bro.
Hey, bro.
You know what I'm saying? But you know what's crazy
Gotta
though?
write that down.
You gotta
Yeah.
remember, Saul was who? The least of
So
the
at
least.
Yeah.
The least family in the least tribe. And then
The bottom.
God literally took that and said, well, we're going to turn this whole thing upside down.
Yeah, we're going to make
And
you
made you king.
the best of these.
And that wasn't enough to convince you.
And guess what, too? But that's the thing that is, God do it to a lot of people. You know what separated Saul from David, even though David had some many calamities in it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, David wasn't perfect by
David
any means.
always repented by the heart.
It's the heart.
He always
You know what I'm saying?
said
He
that
was like,
to God.
I would give all this up, but don't leave me.
You know what I'm saying? I was literally pondering the question. When it came to that point, when Saul knew he was already put on. It's
Yeah.
like he didn't listen to the people, and they didn't capture the king. They didn't kept the fatty cattle.
Yeah.
Whatever the case is, God has rejected him at this point.
Yeah.
You know David is king. He done already pulled up on your boys, handled your problem,
Yeah.
and you know he's next up. What happens to Saul if he simply humbles out and gives the throne to David? So you even know that this no longer belonged to you and you refuse to give it up. How prideful and arrogant do you have to be that guy?
Boy, man, that's a...
You know what I'm saying? Like the
that's
same God that was literally tormenting you with spirits.
Yeah.
The man he sent to be king played the liar so they would go away.
But you don't find solace in that. You don't see that as redemption. You don't see that as a good thing.
And see, that's why...
Because he could have killed you right there on the
But
spot
that's
the
why-
moment that you
And
disobeyed.
that's why I tell people all the time, one thing that we haven't championed through all the lineages of God is the spirit of Adam. We haven't conquered that sin.
Nah, we never. No.
We haven't conquered that sin because the thing of it is what? It took pride and ego in for him to say, but you gave this girl...
The woman
Facts.
you
The
gave
woman
to me.
you gave. Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
You
And
couldn't
that's
step
the
up and be
thing.
like, oh yeah, this
Saul,
was
Yeah,
It's on me.
It's on me because guess what? You told me what I needed to stand on. You told me the law of this garden that you gave me, not to eat from this tree.
Right.
And
he told
could
it
not.
to
He
Eve when
didn't
you were
have
right there.
bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. And that's what a lot of times we fail to forget. It's like a lot of times we have to, and that's the reason why repentance is so real.
And low key, to kind of bring it back full circle, that's you can kind of look at that in the same way with this whole like Shannon Sharp situation. Instead of him looking inwardly,
Yeah.
and taking responsibility for his actions, like bro, you know good and darn well,
Yeah.
you wasn't supposed to be in this situation messing with this little young girl.
Bro, facts. That's what I'm saying,
You
bro.
quick to go ahead and throw out receipts like, well, she said,
Right.
she did.
It's a
Instantly.
shakedown.
It's a shakedown. But you yourself, I'm like, bro, you know you weren't supposed to be there.
Bro, you a grown whole
Dog.
50-some-year-old man.
You done experienced
Dog.
life multiple times, bro. This your
Multiple times,
granddaughter.
bro. Yeah, bro. Facts.
Legit.
Facts.
Legitimately your granddaughter.
Your daughter is older than this woman.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
You have a child older than the woman that you are choosing to sleep with.
Exactly.
Like, come on,
You gotta
bro.
gain
You
perspective.
got to
And
do
that's
better.
what I'm saying. And that's why I'm saying I would challenge men to just like always be thinking of what you need to learn in this current stage and stuff that you're in order to get to the upper echelon of that. And then the thing of it is too, when you get there, don't forget God brought you there because He brought you through so many things that could have killed you, annihilated you, and wiped out your bloodline, but He allowed you to persevere
Right.
and get to this place. Take heed of everything that God is giving you. Take heed that God is the God that is working through you. Take heed to the fact that you were destined to have something more. Do not allow the enemy to bring you into the sin of self and think that you are bigger than the moments that God presented to you and allow you to traverse it.
Can't be that person. You know what I'm saying? Like, people have external turmoil, but it's based on internal issues.
Facts.
Like, bro, you if you're not looking inward, you're not gonna grow from this.
Facts.
Like, you are not, because literally, he's gonna repeat this cycle at some point in time if he doesn't change his approach.
Right.
Or he needs to be around people that's going to teach him that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, like even Charlemagne called him out, talking about like, bruh, you need discipline.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
if he's the one that's calling you out,
Yeah, you need discipline, big dog.
He said it in a sense like all men need discipline, but they were also talking about the Shannon Sharp situation.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, bro, you all like, you specifically also need this kind of discipline. Like he even called him out. It was like, you shouldn't be messing with a girl that young.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
and here came what's his name, Envy, talking about, well, she's legal, and he's just like, bro, see, that's
okay,
that's
all right.
pedophile way of thinking.
See?
You know what I'm
See?
saying?
See?
You start robbing the cradle.
Yeah.
That's your way of thinking. If
It's your
legal,
way of thinking. It's legal.
if she's
Legal don't
it's-
make it right, because at one point slavery was legal
Freak
too.
ball.
You know what I'm talking about?
Freak ball boy 69 God.
Hey, run for your
Run
life.
Seriously though.
You know what I'm saying? Because the thing of it is like a lot of times we have to, you know what I'm saying, this is why I feel like this is what we're going to have to start doing as a community. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have to start like
Locking folks up? Yeah, you're right.
keep it, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Keep people in check. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey man, you need some rehabilitation, bro. We need to take you into the chamber. You know what I'm saying? You know, like Dragon Ball Z. You know what I'm saying? We got to take you to the chamber.
Time
It's a hyperbolic time
Hyperbolic,
change, you know what I'm
that's
saying?
what
We got to
I'm
put you
about.
under pressure for a while, you know what I'm saying?
I
You know what I'm
love
saying? To
everybody.
get your mind right,
It's okay.
you know what I'm saying?
We forgive you.
I
You
appreciate
know what I'm
it.
saying? So we need to put you under this pressure for a time to elevate you. Not that we saying you ain't good for the community, but right now as you are damaging to your own space.
Bro,
You are literally deducting funds from your own pocket, bro. You know what I'm saying?
you know what's crazy? This is one of those things that like the Breakfast Club tried to crap on Stephen A.
Yeah.
Because when Jay-Z was getting accused by Tony Busby
Yeah.
for sexual assault, apparently, I don't necessarily remember this, but apparently Stephen A was very like adamant about like supporting specifically his innocence.
Yeah.
Like he was very overt. It was just like, yeah, nah, that ain't happened. Like, or at least something along those lines. And they were trying to call him out because they were like, well, he didn't take the same stance with Shannon Sharp.
Right.
And they were like, oh, well, that's like something to consider. And then I'm like, I listened to what Stephen A said. Bro literally is tied up. Like, y'all gotta remember, Stephen A literally just signed a 9-figure deal with ESPN Disney.
Yeah.
He has a legit boss to like report to.
Yeah.
And like he went, I don't know if it was live, but he posted his response and his thoughts on the whole situation, and he was constantly outlining, look, I got a boss. So I like pretty much that lets you know right there. I can't, even though this is my personal platform, I can't say what I want to say.
Right.
I have to keep it real fair.
Yep.
I can't sit here and be like, oh, he's innocent because I wasn't there.
Right.
Which is why he specifically said, I have no eyewitness account. You know what I'm saying? But he also went out of his way to say, even though we are entrepreneurs, we answer to somebody. He was literally warning Shannon about the fact that it's like, you got sponsors for Club Shay Shay. You got sponsors for the Nightcat with Ocho. He's like, a lot of these people are gonna start pulling away the same way they did to Kyrie, the same way they did to Jonathan Majors, the same way they would do to anybody else in your situation. Shoot, ESPN did it to him. He's not gonna appear on the air.
Even Stephen A. know that because he got kicked off ESPN by saying something wild on live.
Exactly. So
You know,
like,
so not on live, but on
right
air.
on the air, yeah. So it's like he knows the game, he understands, but he was blessed enough to overcome that situation, and that was like a blip on the radar. Stephen A. recruited Shannon. He didn't necessarily put him on the show because that wasn't his decision.
Yeah, but he
the-
recruit. He was
recruited,
he was
bro.
ever in the lane to get into there.
So there is some extent where that reflects on him as well. He's got to take the right kind of stance. So it's like, you know, everything. I just brought that up to kind of correlate with what you were saying. Like, bro, you got sponsors. That's a lot of money coming your way. Even to the point where, like, what's his name was going on. After everything fell with Jonathan Majors, Marvel just turned around to still say we are still considering bringing him back if he can.
I'm at this point for what?
Future phases, my guy.
I mean, I get future phases, but I'm just like the whole storyline that y'all were initially going with him is like damn.
Y'all done threw it out
Because
the
they
window
don't,
at this
that's
point.
the thing, 'cause
Y'all
they don't went with Doom. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
like
They committed to it at this
yeah,
point.
it's committed at this point.
Yeah, they went to the drug head. They went back to the drug head.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
even like with like a, you're not wrong.
Facts.
Robert Downey Jr.
but
You
even
know
with-
it's a
yes.
trend.
But the thing is though, is like the same grace that Hollywood gave him.
Incorrect. Let's not do that. Robert Downey was shut out for a while.
Oh yeah, for a while. It went to Iron Man, bro.
It
And
took
that was a
Iron
long
Man.
time.
It took
to
Iron Man to get him back.
Yeah,
Fair.
Yeah.
But
I
to your point, I hear what you're saying. Please
Yeah.
finish that, though.
No, but I'm just saying it's like if he's able to get some sort of redemption
Yeah.
from past choices or mistakes, why can we not extend the same thing to him?
I think we can, and I think it's going to happen.
It's
I think
gonna happen,
take-
but it needs time and repentance.
So here's the thing. You gotta remember, when that John came out, it looked particularly bad for Jonathan Majors. Because there was a lot of accusations thrown in his direction specifically. But throughout the case, to my understanding,
Yeah.
as a lot of details were continuously brought to light, they both looked silly.
Yeah.
Like they
they both
look
was crazy in
Like
that whole
alright.
situation.
it wasn't like a
say this.
situation where it was like, oh well, Jonathan Majors, you were this deviant and
Stop
you was
playing
out
in the
here
snow.
being crazy. That part, but also it's like him being convicted on those misdemeanors. To my understanding, were like technicalities.
Yeah.
It's like there's a technical aspect to this to where yes, you committed a crime.
Yeah.
But when you look at it as like a whole spectrum thing, this was not as bad as it initially seemed.
Yeah.
Which is now all of a sudden Marvel want to backtrack.
Yeah,
I'm
Marvel
sure a
like,
lot
you
of
know
potential
what?
opportunities are going to come his way. But he's cool with it because, he went through that. But now he's smashing, making good.
Yeah, he's
so
making good. You know what I'm saying?
that's an amazing outcome if you ask me.
He won.
Yeah,
But the
he
thing good
found
is,
his
it's
wife.
like even like a lot of times where I was just like, even I would like slide this right into this, like a lot of times with even how media has a way of driving people away from things that are good.
Mm-hmm.
With even like with Shadur, you know what I'm saying? It's just like
Oh.
the court of public opinion has too much weight
Way too
when
much.
it comes to things that are in the natural. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times they talk about you moving emotions when it's actually on fact and in paper
Mhm.
that this is who this guy is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of times the court of public opinion drives the narrative
Yes.
of people that, you know what I'm saying, they ain't really been bought into, ain't really talked about, ain't really dove into, and just like what Shadur being ain't drafted until like the third round, bro.
Bro, past the third round, I don't think he got drafted until like the fourth or fifth.
And that's
Yeah,
the crazy
that's what I
part, bro.
heard.
That's crazy work to me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that's bro, that lets you know that even like in the place that we live, you know, these states that are supposedly united, you know what I'm saying, that we keep getting looked at as we supposed to, step and fetch. If we have any kind of confidence in ourselves that
We're considered arrogant.
we consider arrogant, we consider, you know what I'm saying, we don't respect what's supposed to be there. Like, no, I respect me, cuz.
Also, we're not allowed to have legacy.
We're not allowed to have legacy, bro.
Your daddy is Deion Sanders.
Your daddy,
The
prime time.
Prime time.
You know what I'm saying? The DT Max 96 himself.
Cause I'm like, you not about to sit here and tell me that Shadur was like spoon fed
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
anything.
And that's
Because-
something I want to highlight, but finish your point.
Cause I was gonna say, like, if you look at the seasons that Colorado had, they had not had a very good offensive line.
Very good, bro. They 0-12 seasons, bro.
No, I'm talking about. I'm
talking about,
I'm talking about when Shadur was
trying to be
there.
polite.
Oh, okay.
Beforehand,
Yeah.
they had losing seasons
Yeah,
all the way. But even when like Deion took over and Shadur was at quarterback, they still did not have like a pristine offensive line.
They had no. They
But
had no meat
even
line.
with that, he still made plays.
Still
That's what I'm
shine.
saying. And
He
that's
still
what I'm saying.
shine.
It's just like 4,500 passing yards, bro. That's a hard ticket. to
Like,
sell.
come on, bro.
And
With
that's
a
what I'm
trash
saying.
O-line, bro? Are you kidding me?
That's what I'm saying.
Stop
And that's what-
playing with,
and
bro.
That's
Like,
the
stop
thing.
playing with
Like,
Stop playing with
it's just like America constantly shows itself, to us. They're like, oh, you know what I'm saying? This is the reason why I be like, hey man, I stand with my people. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people like, oh man, we all each other, we all bleed red, but do we? A lot of times when we act in our natural self and have the confidence that we're supposed to have when we ain't out here stepping and fetching and stuff like that for the people, America find a way to find problems with that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, oh, you ain't out here bowing your head and looking down, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. It's just like, bro, nah, man, I know who I am. Just like Shadur knew who he is.
Mm-hmm.
He know whose
That's
son
why
he
bro
is.
was
He
in
know
there
the
chilling.
work he put in. He know the things that he's accomplished.
That's why bro was chilling.
If he stand on that, he stand on that, and that's what he's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying?
It was a really interesting contrast is that like, bro really proved himself.
He did multiple times.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they shut him out.
Yeah.
And I mean, granted, obviously, like, I don't think there was a situation where he wasn't going to get drafted. Like, I honestly don't believe that, because I think that would have been ridiculous on the entire league.
The entire NFL.
You know what I'm saying?
That's dumb.
Yeah, but you can also a lot of times argue in that situation, there were people who were out there trying to prove a point. You know what I mean? But then you turn, such an interesting contrast.
Yeah.
Turn around and look at Bronny James,
Yeah.
where practically, and understandably so, because bro legit had cardiac arrest
Yeah.
a year before he was drafted. Bro, like, there were people who did less who got drafted before him.
Yeah.
Yep.
But they made such a big deal, like, oh, well, the Lakers aren't serious, and
Yeah.
da, 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 because they drafted Bronny. And it's just like, bro, like, since when did legacy not mean anything? Because it dang sure meant something when your kids applied to that Ivy League school and you had bought them a library. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you go back and you completely help fund your alma mater and your kids get in without even an application,
Yeah.
and you're going to sit here and tell us that legacy doesn't matter, legacy doesn't stand for something, and when legacy is standing on its own,
Get out my entire.
that would have been a top prospect if it wasn't Deion Sanders' son.
I'm telling you.
So you allowed it to fall to this because it was? You exposed yourself for
That's
it.
what I'm saying, but we keep letting them get the take backs. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, man, I'm gonna allow you to stand on what you're standing on. I'm gonna see you for who you are,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna treat you accordingly.
And here's the thing. Bro gonna go in there and go stupid too.
I
I
hope.
If bro is the
I hope he take the
underdog,
Browns to the Super Bowl.
that would be fire, actually.
I would say, all right, low key, I ain't gonna say that much because I need my boys in there.
There you go.
It's over with for your boy.
Hold on. Watch your mouth.
Dirty Birds.
Watch your mouth.
It's gonna be dipped in lemon pepper.
Watch your
Hey,
mouth.
bro, chill out.
You know what I'm saying?
I wanna see my boys succeed, but I
Lemon
wanna
pepper.
see them Falcons in the Super Bowl.
Lemon pepper wet. Hey, we don't seen them in 2 Super Bowls, and they don't.
Hold
And
on.
they walked away with a cereal bowl.
Hold on. That last one, we got sold out for some bull crap.
Boy, they killed that goat in the middle of that Falcon, bro.
I swear for God, we got
what I'm
sold
saying?
out for some bull crap in that last one.
Like, bro, it was uncanny what y'all did.
That,
God didn't even forgive y'all for that.
What?
he didn't forgive Shanahan for that because that was his fault.
Shanahan, Home Depot ain't been the same since, bro.
I'm like, cause that's some bull crap.
You know what I'm saying? I was just like, bro, I don't know what Tom Brady came in there and said to you, bro.
Cause ain't no way.
Hey, bro.
But
Ain't no way we've been cooking y'all the entire game.
For 3 quarters.
he must have
Get
had
outta
y'all.
here,
He must have
dog.
had old boy. He must have had old boy.
28 and
They
what?
must have had old boy on the Epstein Island
You
side.
can never make sense of that to me.
Yeah, he had old boy on the Epstein side.
He was on that list.
When we've been cooking y'all the entire game, and we got
Piper of Atlanta.
a running back that's averaging 6 yards a carry.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He was clapping.
That's
young
2
bucks.
downs, and that's a first down. Like,
Tom Brady threw them pictures on the table and said, now what you gonna do with that? Call downstairs and tell them to stop running the ball and just toss it in the air.
That was some bull.
That was a
Crap.
very weird tide-turning quarter.
Yes.
Hey, don't listen to the backdoor commentary that I had on this what Chris was saying.
That's all.
None
I
of that.
can hear.
Don't listen to
That's
none of
literally
that.
all I can hear. Right?
You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying? That what Tom Brady did. Tom Brady took them photos of old boy.
Stop.
With that Home Depot
Stop.
hanging on with the cheeks out.
Somebody
Stop.
received the package
Exactly.
at the beginning of
Stop.
the quarter.
man irregular.
They sent in the flag football team.
Yeah.
What you talking about?
Bro, I ain't never seen so many people crash out at one time,
Bro, when I was
I was at the Louisiana
Dog.
Bistro in Decatur, bro, and I was on my way home. People were having car accidents.
When I tell you, dog,
stress, bro.
I was at my dad's crib. I was at the Bel Air Mansion. I'm talking about during the game, talking cash,
Exactly.
crazy.
Hey man, Chris the Fresh Prince of Atlanta, nigga.
Well, he's
Low key,
Carlton,
though.
technically.
Yo, for real, like you seen that Young Joker's dad crib, bro?
Oh, I've been there.
When I walked in the house, all I heard, born and raised in the ATL. That's where I stayed. Relaxing,
I ain't gonna hold
cool.
you, like I've seen that house change.
Oh, okay.
Because it wasn't always like that.
Oh, it was a bando.
I ain't gonna say it was a bando,
Well,
but it was almost kind of like a ranch style with a basement.
Oh, okay.
For the most part.
Wow. Okay, so
It was
changed.
It was ranch style with a basement, 2 floors, and then some unfortunate events happened. They were in Chicago or somewhere at one point.
Yeah.
House caught fire.
Yeah.
Lost everything.
Oh. Okay.
But from the money,
history on the ATL Mansion.
yeah, but from the money that they got, they were able to pretty much build what they got.
Yeah,
there.
that mansion.
amen.
Basically.
You know what I'm saying?
So,
Fresh Bel Air.
Yeah, so it's like that's what they got now. And it's like I've seen stages of that whole
You can't
thing.
build what I lived in from the ground up.
Hey.
That thing was literally off the ground.
Right, yeah, because you could literally drop it off with a jack.
Exactly, for real. You can put that joint on a flatbed and take it wherever.
And be Gucci.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's a beauty to
nah.
that. So
There is.
To be fair.
But with this house, I'm like, bro, I feel like every time I come over here, y'all doing something else.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's something else happening.
You know, old people like to tinker, bro.
They do.
They really like to tinker.
They do. And that's my dad and that's my uncle. They gonna tinker till they can't tinker no more.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to that point too. I'm gonna start tinkering in my house. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I got a lot of crib. You feel
Yeah,
me?
because I feel
Bro,
like you in the bar. I'm kidding. I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
No, I'm telling you, we're gonna have a compound before
Yeah, you know
before
what
the
I'm
time
saying?
we see Jesus.
Exactly. I'm gonna be out here punching cows in the face and turning them into hamburger.
Like that, huh?
You ever seen like on cartoons where they don't hit a cow so hard, all of a sudden the meat just fall out and they turn to slabs of meat and
all in a straight line, and just towers just right in.
You know what I'm saying?
Perfectly cut.
Perfectly cut.
Perfectly
Like, I'm
cut,
talking about
bro.
perfectly cut, bone in ribeyes.
None of them, dog.
You know,
Like
I swear, bro.
the creativity of them, like
I ain't gonna cap y'all.
80s, 90s cartoons.
I was buzzed off them beatboxes for like a hot 25 minutes, bro. I didn't know where I was finna go.
Them joints
I
Gucci.
prayed to God and was like, God, keep me whole.
Them joints Gucci, bro. I'm telling you.
Behold.
I was just like, I don't
Them
know.
joints be smooth.
Tune
That's
in,
why I'm like, when
beatbox. I thought I was finna freestyle for y'all, bro.
bro, I
See,
swear,
bro,
like,
if it
when I'm-
went there, that's when I know it would have gone too far.
that's what I'm
I
like,
should've buzzed loose.
on them nights when I'm at the crib,
Yeah,
chilling, wifey's good, she's probably going to bed, I'm for the game.
yeah. I had your
With a
nigga
beatbox.
name on-
With a
Beatbox.
Late dog. Pick a couple up on the way home.
Yeah,
I'm
Start
telling you,
posting our exploits on Monster
take me
Hunter.
two beatboxes in the Sinners movie, cuz.
Grab forward, man.
Not in the Sinners movie, bro.
Suck, cuz. Them vampires bit them niggas to death.
I gotta see that movie. I've been hearing so much.
Bro,
love.
it's gonna be so good, bro.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
I'm
got-
like, what I've heard is that like this is like, I don't want to say like his apex, but like this is one of the like greatest movies that like Ryan Coogler has done.
I heard, and I loved it because this came from someone who was Caucasian. He said this is easily, as of now, the movie of the year, and it's not even close.
Fair.
I was like, wow. I was like,
fair.
I love that.
Dang.
He literally had one like thing that he was like is a negative, and I don't know the details because I didn't watch the movie.
I don't count mayonnaise people negative.
So
negative.
no, but he even said this. He was like, he feels like Ryan Coogler is the kind of person where it came across like this. It likely came across like this on purpose, and which was his only negative. So he was just like, so even that you can't even call it a negative because apparently during one of the action scenes, it was very chaotic to the point where he was just like, you almost couldn't figure out what the heck was going on. And he got to the point where he's like, he thinks that was kind of by design. Like he did that on purpose. So he dang near called it a perfect movie, all considering what it was. So I was like, you know what? I ain't mad at that. Like I had no thought that it would be a bad movie.
Yeah.
I thought the John had a real flow just watching the trailers. So
Because I'm like, low key, like, bruh's been upgrading since he started.
Yeah.
Because going from Fruitvale Station
Talk about it.
to, I believe it was the Black Panther.
Creed.
No, it was Fruitvale, Creed, both Black Panthers.
Black Kitty Cat.
Yeah.
And then Sinners.
You know who they need to? You know how they got rid of what's his name off of
He should have did Blade.
95.
Needs to do Blade.
Yeah, I said 95. It's supposed to be 97. But what's his face who got kicked off, the creative director of X-Men 97?
Oh, I can't think of old boy's
I can't remember
name.
his name, but I remember because X-Men 97 was loved so much that we literally called for his rehire as like a community until like we found out what he actually did to get fired.
Right.
Yeah, he was out here being a whole deviant, and it was just like, all right, come on.
All right, go
You
ahead.
done made us feel crazy.
ahead. We got to go ahead and let you walk the walk.
Yeah, like I'm like, yo, Ryan Coogler needs to be one of the people that y'all plug and play into everything. He legit, because they were struggling with the
got
issue
the mind,
with
bro.
Blade for sure.
That's
They
what I'm
filmed
saying.
the whole movie and they
Yeah.
had to scrap it
Yeah.
because it was trash.
Yeah, it was booty cheeks, bro. Dirty booty cheeks.
Yeah,
After,
he got something going for him. He need to.
yeah, he needed to. Like I said, like he one of them guys. You just gonna have to leave. You gonna have to let him tap in until he tap out.
Seriously.
Yeah.
That's
like,
it, because he
that's
you
it.
can see the creativity and what he draws out of things and how he put things together,
Yeah.
how his scenes are placed and stuff like that. I'm just like, bro, is mad talented.
It's
Bro.
a lot of political messages.
Yeah,
And what I love the
necessarily
most
politics.
about Ryan Coogler is that he produces excellence, but you know my boy's from Cali.
yeah.
Anytime you see man's in an interview
Yeah, he sound
or
mad.
whatever like
Hey,
that,
bro,
I'm
yeah.
like, you
Yeah.
hear it. And I'm just
Sound
like,
one of us. 'Cause-
I love the fact that you don't lose that, but you give an excellence every
Yeah.
single time.
I remember the first time I saw him talking in the interview, I was like, yo, this could be my homeboy.
Yeah,
That's
You know
what
what
I'm
I'm
saying.
And I love that aspect.
Yeah.
For a second, I almost didn't believe. I was like, ain't no way this is Ryan Coogler. And
Yeah.
I was like, nah. Bro, he like that. Yeah, I like
I'm
that
talking about
aspect.
when
of
I
it.
heard bro like say it the first time, you know what I'm saying? I was like, my guy,
Word.
I rocks with it.
exactly. That's how we gonna be, cuz. We gonna be
I'm
like,
telling you,
hey,
bro.
so, first of all, sponsorship brought to y'all about beatbox.
You know what I'm saying? In the growing avenue of the EAV.
Hey, bro, real talk,
You know what I'm
that
saying?
EAV.
But we represent, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, they need to.
Not me representing Peter.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, for real. You know, in our commercial, when we make this for Beatbox, when they cash us this check, cuz we're going to get a group of these and going to tape them together. We're going to put 2 speakers in between them. You know what I'm saying? Going to make a beatbox, cuz. You feel me?
Love it.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm with it.
And
I'm
then
with it.
coming through there, and then
No question.
Armani going to hit them with a freestyle, and then Chris going to come through that crumping.
I'm
You know what I'm
lying.
saying?
I'm
It's just Alright, you're gonna have a shirt right there and on the front, on the chest of the shirt, you're gonna say shoulders.
I'm not.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Not doing that.
And he gonna come through cooning.
I'm for sure not doing that.
His Christian Baggins is gonna go out the window on this commercial.
Not a chance.
Jesus Christ!
I love you, Lord.
I love you, Lord. You transformed into a zombie. Okay? 20 days later, baby.
I'm not never drinking beatbox again, bro.
Right,
That's
Worse than the Kraken, bro.
bruh. Kraken had us lit.
I was like, no, that Kraken had us.
That Kraken had us cracking, bro.
That was wild.
You know what I'm
That
saying?
was crazy. Good
That
time.
was a cry. That was a good time.
I drink Kraken to this
Like-
day because of that episode.
Oh,
bro.
Like, yo, that was.
I was like, I ain't got no Kraken. I was like, nah, we can't let that happen.
Kraken and beatbox, hit us up, bro. We putting y'all on. You know what
I'm
I'm
telling
saying?
you, in there,
For the
bro.
99 and the 2000. You feel me?
What?
I'm with it.
I mean,
2025.
You're right.
9 in
2025.
2000.
Hey man, you know
Was it
something?
2025 is still 2000s?
See, I'm one of them 80s babies, bro. I remember that time.
You
You know
just
what I'm
say one of
saying?
them Asian babies?
Hey. One do, shindu lao, ching chong pai.
Dog.
Huh?
No. Ain't no way.
What?
No.
But you know what? You don't believe me, boy. I'm out here. Nani? Hey, you can
Oh, my face is hot.
There's a community out there that hates us, and I just don't
Bruh,
know which one.
Or they love us at the same time.
Hey, we don't know, but
There's
we gonna
one
find,
that hates us,
they
and
gonna
everybody
they
else
gonna
thinks
find
we're
us.
great.
They gonna find us. And I appreciate you for your hate because you gonna make us famous, cuz you know what I'm saying.
Oh,
my
my
haters,
Christ.
my haters are my generators. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Word to your mother.
Not mother.
Yeah.
You gotta say mother. B.
I was about to say the right word to your mother.
You know
Nah,
what I
I
mean?
want it with the ER on it.
Nah, bro,
cuz
you not even-
mother.
You don't even, that's not even how you say
With
it
the
normally.
granny panties on, bro.
Ew.
Nah, bro.
You know
You
what
don't
I'm
even
saying?
say it like that.
Huh?
Normally, you don't say it like that.
I say it like that because that's who I am.
That's a line I have.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a whole lot of that.
You don't know me.
Line.
Jesus is my Lord.
He is.
Yeah,
Savior.
and even he knows your heart is deceitful.
Anywho,
We out here.
y'all are amazing. We
Y'all
love
are amazing. Hey, thank y'all for tapping in, keeping up with us in 2025. You know what I'm saying? We know we had gave y'all a little distance. We had gave y'all a little month hiatus, but we back in like feelings inside of a tart. You know what I'm saying? It may be strawberry, chocolate, or whatever the kind of stuff that is. It's a science experiment inside of some pastry. You feel me? But we back. You know what I'm saying? Me, Darius J, Chris, and Maximilian, and Armando the Dunn. We on all your social platforms. We on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. You know what I'm saying? And we got a Gmail, the Men's Department 007 at Gmail. If you want to tap in with us, tap in with us. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? You can go ahead and give us what you want and give us some topics. You feel me? And then we out here, and we gonna come out there and we gonna give it to you like we give it to you. And tap in us on all the podcast networks. We on the Apple, we on Spotify, we on Google, we on some stuff called Podbean. I don't even know what that is for real. It just came across my joint and we was in it. We in there like two little swimwear on a fat nigga. You feel me?
And we out, yo.
My boys on the road.